Hi, good morning, boys and girls. So this week we are going to start a new genre of books called folk tales. So we have not talked about this in class, so it's very important that we listen to make sure we know what folk tales are. So folk tales are actually books or stories that have been told over and over for many, many years. And folk tales can actually come from different parts of the world. The story we're going to read today is called The Tale of Rabbit and Coyote. And this folktale comes from Mexico. So in this folktale, we have rabbit and we have coyote. And sometimes when we read folktales, the characters might learn lessons. And in this story, I think Coyote is going to learn a big lesson. So as we're reading The Tale of Rabbit and Coyote, I want you guys to think about what the lesson that Coyote might be learning is. The Tale of Rabbit and Coyote by Tony Johnson and Tommy de Paula. The Tale of Rabbit and Coyote by Tony Johnson, and it's illustrated by Tommy de Paula. El cuento del conejo y el coyote. One full moon night, Rabbit found a field of chiles. He was so pleased to see them, all glossy and green, that he jumped right in and ate the biggest ones. So here's Rabbit. We know he just found some chiles. And he started eating the biggest ones. When the sun rose, the farmer came to check the chiles. They were scattered everywhere, and the biggest, glossiest, greenest ones were gone. I wonder what happened to them. Mis chiles! Among the plants, he saw rabbit tracks. So what did he do? He made himself a beeswax doll. And he set that doll in the middle of the field to catch the chile thief. Conejo malvado. So it says that the farmer makes a beeswax dolls. The two small words in beeswax tells you that it's wax made by bees. Bees use this sticky stuff in their nests. I wonder how that beeswax doll is going to help catch the bunny. When night fell, Rabbit returned. He saw the farmer made of wax and crept up to say hello and to ask for some chiles too. But the wax farmer had nothing to say to Rabbit. Nothing at all. Rabbit was angry. So poor little Rabbit is talking to the doll, but the doll's not answering him, so he's feeling angry. He punched the farmer hard. His right paw stuck in the wax. Still, the farmer said nothing. So he punched him once again. His left paw stuck too. Rabbit was fuming mad. But the wax farmer was silent as the stars. So he hauled off with both feet and walloped him. Ay, 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 the rabbit was trapped for sure. Qué persona tan pegajosa. So Rabbit's mad because he's not answering him. But boys and girls, why is he not answering him? When the real farmer came to check his trap, he was delighted to see Rabbit there. Qué delicioso. How delicious, he said, rubbing his hands together. He popped Rabbit into a sack and he took Rabbit home. Hola, Cena. Oh man, so it seems like the farmer has a plan on what he wants to do with Rabbit. When he got there, he hung up the sack, built a fine fire, and set a pot of water to boil. Then he went looking for herbs. From where he was hanging in the sack, Rabbit saw Coyote coming. So here's Rabbit, he's hanging in the sack, and he sees Coyote coming. I wonder what he's going to do. "What are you doing there?" asked Coyote. "This man wants me to marry his daughter," Rabbit said, "but I'm too young. Why don't you take my place? Look, the water is ready to make hot chocolate. There will be a grand party." Oh man, little Rabbit, he is so clever. He just came up with a plan for Coyote. When the farmer came back and took down the sack, he saw Coyote inside. "You'll pay for this," he said. He popped Coyote into the hot water. Ay, ay, ay! Coyote flew right out of the water and took off after Rabbit. Conejo malvado. Oh man, so poor little Coyote seems like he fell into the trick that Rabbit played for him. He followed his tracks till he found him high in a jicara tree. "I'm going to eat you now," said Coyote, for he was very furious. So what did Rabbit do? "Hola, cena." So here's Coyote, and he said he is going to eat Rabbit now. Well, he knew that Coyote couldn't tell the difference between the fruit of the jicara, hard as a rock, and the soft, sweet zapote. "Why eat me?" asked Rabbit, "when right here I have sweet zapote fruit instead." He is one clever little rabbit. "Well, toss me one," growled Coyote. Rabbit did that. He tossed the jicara with all his might. Plunk! It struck Coyote and knocked him out cold as a cabbage. When Coyote woke up, he tracked Rabbit till he saw that furry scoundrel resting against a large rock at the edge of a hill. "Te voy a comer, manito." "Please don't eat me," pleaded Rabbit, leaning against the rock. "Can't you see that if I don't hold back this rock, it will roll down and it's going to crush the world? Here, you hold it while I find some people to help us." Okay, so now I want us to stop and think about it. Do you think that Rabbit's being honest? Do you think that if he doesn't hold back the rock, it's going to fall or roll down and crush the world? Oh, Coyote. Coyote believed Rabbit, and he took his place. Rabbit hopped off free as a bee. Hasta luego. Soon Coyote knew he'd made a mistake. He went after Rabbit, muttering all the while. When at last he found him, Coyote said, "Now I'll eat you." "But then, who will take care of the little children in this little school?" asked Rabbit, pointing to a wasp's nest on a low tree branch. "Someone needs to give it a knock if a pupil tries to leave." Oh my goodness, so here's little Rabbit. Rabbit told Coyote that there's little children in the little school, and he pointed to a wasp's nest. And he also told him that somebody needs to give it a knock. Do you guys think that's a good idea? What do you guys think will happen if Coyote knocks the wasp's nest? Well, Coyote loved to give knocks, so he took the job. He lay near the branch and waited. When a wasp flew out, he whacked that wasp nest with a little stick, and all the wasps came after him. They chased him into a pond. Only his nose stuck out of the water. So they stung that many times. Oh, little Coyote. He's listening to everything Rabbit's telling him to do. And now he got stung by the wasps. Conejo malvado. It was pitch black night when Coyote found Rabbit at the edge of the lake. Now he was really going to eat him. But Rabbit said, "Why eat me, Coyote, when I have been waiting for you so we can share the cheese that you see there?" Rabbit pointed to the moon's reflection on the water. So here's the moon's reflection, and Rabbit just told Coyote that he's been waiting for him to eat the cheese. What do you guys think about that? Of course, explained Rabbit. We must first drink all the juice of the cheese in order to eat the cheese itself. So Coyote began drinking the water to reach the cheese itself. After a time, he said, "I simply cannot drink more." "Just a few more sips," said Rabbit, "and you'll reach the cheese for sure." Más. I wonder what clever Rabbit's plan is right now. Coyote drank more. He drank so much that water poured from his ears. But when he turned to discuss this with Rabbit, Rabbit ran away. "Me siento un poco raro." Coyote ran after him as best as he could, but he was swollen as a sponge. So it seems like Coyote drank so much water. Oh my goodness, he can't even run after the rabbit. Now, Rabbit knew of a ladder that reached into the sky. He began to climb it, up, and he hopped all the way to the moon. Adios, amigo. Then he hid the ladder. Far below, he saw Coyote looking for him up in the sky. But try as he might, Coyote never found the ladder. This is why, to this very day, Coyote sits gazing at the moon. Conejo malvado. And now and then he howls at it, for he's still very, very furious with Rabbit. So it says that Coyote howls at the moon. Why does he do that? And do you really think that's really why all the coyotes howl at the moon? So, like we said, this is a folktale, which means someone's trying to explain something by telling a story. And I want you to think what that is. So what lesson did Coyote learn in this story? Think about, what do you guys think he learned? He was listening to everything that Rabbit was telling him. And in the end, he ended up so furious with him. So what do you guys think he learned?